Alright, so here is the new video. I didn't mean to go about my personal life in the any other video, but this is how it is. I have been talking about myself once again because it's all about me. What I initially wanted to do is to talk about to read the letter to the Congress of the United States House of Representatives, the letter from Jasmine Crockett that I want in my government. Energy. 30th District. 30th District, Texas. Vice Ranking Member, House of Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Ranking Member, Subcommittee on Oversight, House of Committee on the Judiciary. I have no clue what it means, but of what it means. Washington office, district office. She has a number 225-8885, 222-885. She might run for presidency at some point. You might see her as a president after me. I don't know if it is planned for the next one or the one right after the next one. I don't know, but I know that she is presidential material. So she's gonna be my government. Michelle Obama as well is considered. All competent people, of course. Michelle Obama, Harvard. This is where she met, with Barack. Oh, Michelle. I know Michelle by now. Family. So of course she's considered. Then at some point we were considering as well, thinking about Beyonce, but I don't know. Let's see. I haven't seen her too involved on political statements. I have seen only her being a fabulous artist with a fierce ethos, which is already something. Governor, why not now? That'd be already something. Governor of Texas. Let's see. Perhaps Crockett will be a VP at some point, my VP. I don't know. There are lots of people that can be considered. I have studied as well some other black women. Don't be surprised if it's 90% black people in my government. Don't be surprised about that. there is quite the reverse shit to have in place. And they won't be fucking things up for white people. We won't be doing this. We'll be thinking about everyone. And we will still spend quite some time as well taking care about the black community. That is for sure. But we won't be doing this by disadvantaging the white people. We will do this by advantaging the black community who's been suffering enough. Right? While there is obviously talent, so it's a question of talent attribution as well. Right? It's a question of talent attribution and changing a bit the perspective. You need this. You need a radical move, a radical change as well, psychologically wise. For sustainable change, it's necessary. Otherwise, it's gonna still be imbalanced to some extent, and we don't want that. As Diddy Curry Trump would say, sorry, and we don't want that. So, on October 10th, 2025, I was so happy to encounter this one. That was enlightening. I have been discovering a bit of information. I was like, oh yeah, this year. So thank you. Okay, so it's either too small, either I discovered a trick. hmm Okay, so I'm eating this delicious food. I have been quite the glutton. Which is supposed to be a good thing for a king, for a satanist. This is why they're fat, eating a lot, and being lazy, gluttony, and throatiness. And let's see if it's been changed. It's 8 pages. Including 2 pages of people aware of the matter. So G.D. Vance, MVP, has been warned. Lee Zeldin, Administrator, Environmental Protection Agency, has been warned. Kelly Loeffler, like a Loeffler. This is a Loeffler in German. Loeffler. Administrator, Small Business Administration. Then Pamela J. Bondi, Attorney General, yeah, Department of Justice. So it's not Abraham Lincoln. It's Pamela J. Bondi. Then you have the Honorable John Radcliffe, director of the CIA, because Harry Potter, you know. And then you have the Honorable Tulsi Gabbard, director of National Intelligence. So I don't know if it is that person or someone else. I don't really feel like a director, to be honest. I don't have I have salary. I'm not paid yet. I have been unpaid. I am an unpaid director. I am an unclassified director. So then, yeah, you have the John Radcliffe, who is the director of the CIA. And then you have, what's her name again? She's as well the director of the CIA. I am the director of the CIA. It's like, okay, who's leading? People, can you decide? Who? We don't know. Okay. We don't know. But I have been asserting that I can release classified information with quite some ease, right? I have proved myself. Or, I don't know, I have quite the trail of information release that is sticking to my baskets, right? This means that I can, or, and strangely, I'm mastering the DDQ retrieval program. It's all like really all well done and settled, right? I don't know. I will only say that I don't really hear about the other ones, and that we hear a lot about me, but I have no stance. So I have a husband. I don't know about them. Sorry. Um, then Russell Vogt, director of the Office of Management and Budget, and the acting director, ooh la la, of the United States Agency for International Development, and the acting director as well of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Uh-oh. Him. We don't like him. Like he's trying to have several hats, skill sets like me. It's a bit siphoning right there, right? And then it's all in budget, international development, consumer financial protection, finance. Then there is the Captain Sean P. Barbella, also my bloodline, physician to the president. Barbabella, sorry. Like Bella, Beau. Pretty beautiful. I didn't even have any crack in this one. Yeah, but I did like it. better than the other ones. Heinrich Kühlmann GmbH. OMG. Im Züller 22, 26, and then it's 33397 Riedberg, Deutschland. Yeah, some humans are there on in this. Well, what can I do about it, right? I'm doing my job. I'm a part of the job. I didn't eat their chair. Their their meat directly. So I didn't order to eat human. So now it's a bit, it hurts here, but just because the technology, and it's worse for them, just so that you know, it's like, it's worse for them. So then Brooke Rollins, Secretary of Department of Agriculture, was receiving this personally. The Howard Lutnick, Secretary, Department of Commerce. Peter Hegseth, Secretary, Department of Defense. Then you have Linda McHamon. No. Mahon. Secretary, Department of Education. So you can expect that she's been siphoning quite a bit of what I'm doing. Then you have Chris Wright, Secretary, Department of Energy. Rimtu. Then you have Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Department of Health and Human Services. Poof, human trafficking, this, huh? This is what I read. Then Christine Noem, Secretary, Department of Homeland Security. Robert F. Kennedy is being killed because he's a douchebag. That's what I understood last time. Then Scott Turner. Oh, Justin is a Scott. Secretary, Department of Housing and Urban Development. Housing, Scott. Tina Turner. Okay. Then Duke Burgham, Secretary, Department of the Interior. I don't know what to think about it. Another proof that he's been killing Chavez. Department of Labor, Secretary, Lori Chavez de Remer. Chavez. There you go. Then Marco Rubio, Secretary, Department of State. I don't know what that means. Acting Archivist of the United States. Archivist of the United States. Acting National Security Advisor. So he's been siphoning as well in the siphoning game. But you can see that it's been biting Diddy Curry Trump in the ass. So I can only hope that he is doing his part well. Then the Honorable Duke Collins, Department of Veterans Affairs. Collins, I am a Collins too. DC David Collins, Duke Collins. Something's going on with this dude. Then Sean Duffy, Secretary, Department of Transportation, Acting Administrator, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Shandufi. Ouch. Then Scott Besant. Basse Besant. Okay. Basse is as well a relative. Department of the Treasury. Acting Commissioner, International Revenue System. Ow. No. No, no. Then Jamison Greer, United States Trade Representative. I don't know, but Scott Besant, I'm like, doesn't look good at all. You have been giving too much power to DDQ Trump, and you surely have been making too much money. So, let's go through this little thing. That is a request from Jasmine Crockett to get a fair and honest evaluation, medical assessment of the president. Soon former retired president impeached. He's impeached, by the way. But he's still in position. Can you be impeached and in position? Okay, I'm reading this and then I will be with my boyfriend listening to them singing because I need this at least. I have been providing enough information so that this fucking asshole would be taken down in 1,000 different ways immediately. I can only hope that he's not president anymore right now, because you can expect automatically that I will ask for humanity to be killed otherwise. Once more. I see that you've been doing efforts, but look at where I am. So you know what's coming for you. You know what you have to do. So let's go about it. Captain Sean P. Barbabella, physician to the president, in Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C., 20,500. Dear Captain Barbabella, after numerous observable okay, so now the game is I read better than them. Because you can see that DDQ Trump cannot talk properly like this on the top of his head ideas, but he can fucking read like woo, no one can, right? And so because of that, when I read, if I do not read as well as he does, then it means that he does this better and that he can siphon the energy right? The siphoning in air, the breathing energy of the Almighty Arno Revel E, the only one. So this is it. After numerous observable systems, yeah, you see, symptoms. So after, and of course there is a little bit of pain here, and that's an important one. It's like everybody has access to it. I have been promoting it several times, but for some strange reasons, if I read it without annoyance, then it means that he's not going to be impeached. Impeached because he just not fitted for the position right now. Like it's quite obvious now. So then reading this will change absolutely everything, right? Everyone has access to it. So I've been promoting it several times. And not only once, several once. So let's see if I can read right now. After numerous observable symptoms and demonstrable episode of deteriorating health, journalists have rushed to report on what Americans have seen plainly for years. The president appears unwell. I want to read that again. This is too good. After numerous observable symptoms and demonstrable episodes of deteriorating health, journalists have rushed to report on what Americans have seen plainly for years. The president appears unwell. You see why I want her in my government, right? Like only this. I'm like, yes. This is not the only thing. Also, her last appearance in the House of Representatives, I think, was I was like, all right, I see you, girl. Thank you so much for being there. It's like there is everything. There is everything. There is the playing the act in such a freaking satanic way. Like you're like, what's going on? And then you're like, you see that she's been crying, but that she's not been crying at the same time. It's like, what the fuck? And then he sees her, she gets interrupted. He sees her, the guy, the dude at the top from a bit Arabic, and he's like, okay, you stop stopping her and you stop saying, what was it? The word was something like fuck something, and you stop saying this type of things. So now you can go back to what you were saying plus 20 seconds. So when he was saying this, I was like, oh shoot, she has only 1 minute and 20 seconds or something like this, and then she keeps going on like and on and on and on and on and on. Smart. I like her. I like her. Smart in different ways. This is funny. The way she was intervening. Oh my god. But like the act, the ethos behind it is like this is the thing. It's like we have to make a move. We have to make a move to be more human and more sensitive to each other. There's a problem with satanism is that at some point it shut your humanity down, like your empathy levels. Because if you're torturing people every other day or things like this, you have to shut off a part of your understanding of what other people are going through, because otherwise it hurts yourself to see what the other human being is going through, and so you get emotionally dumb, basically. So it shut off a part of your intelligence, human intelligence, automatically, unless you manage to compartment- compartmentalize everything. And this is why plenty of you, I guess, have multiple personalities. Because like this, you have one personality that can still handle emotional intelligence, while you can transfer yourself to the master when you're going about the torture and so on. Which is why you have a mask, which is why you have like all the things to depersonalize a bit yourself from the act, dissociate a bit yourself from the act, at least. So I get that I will be able to handle this type of information and to release it to the public or to the entire order step by step. No, most notably with Stalk Yourself as well, like some insight to help you reconnect with yourself and what you've done, some type of recovery plan that is gonna be programmed within Stalk Yourself. So invest in Stalk Yourself and follow what I'm doing with Stalk Yourself. If you're from the order, buy into my products for your recovery. It's gonna be good products, well done products, not something that you're gonna buy and you're gonna be like, oh no, something that is gonna amaze you at every corner and provide you way more than what you expect to receive from it. Positive externality. So there is a global program of recovery that is about to start. Okay. And Stalk Yourself is a central part of it. So if you want to feel better, you know what to do. That was the promotion part for Stalk Yourself. And I'm talking to you as if you were the only people that I could talk to, and then the rest of the world being like, oh, wow. But it's for everyone. It's for everyone. It's not only for the fuck ups of this world. Satan. Because I assume that the royals are the fuck ups of this world, and that the rest, the commoners, they are nice people. This is this is my framework. So you have the crazy ones, the crazy fuck ups of the world, the royals, and then you have the commoners, who are just nice people who have done nothing to no one, who are just suffering of the for the because of the crazy of those fuckheads. This is my perception of the world. So, and when I say be nice, I'm not saying don't be royal. I'm saying just be nice, because it's nice to be nice. Sorry. And you have as well some people seeing being nice as a type of domination. Like I dominate the field of being nice. This is me, the nicest. And it goes to some funny considerations. Okay. All right. So let's do this again. This was a nice one. A third one. After numerous observable sys- shit. After numerous observable symptoms and demonstrable episodes of deteriorating health, journalists have rushed to report on what Americans have seen plainly for years. The president appears unwell. As you know, the president has surrounded himself with a cohort of wealthy, self interested, and vindictive individuals with unprecedented conflicts of interest. OMG. Collectively, they have set ablaze the rule of law ushered in a blanket of rampant corruption, disposed of proper oversight, and in doing so, have desecrated the United States Constitution and irreparably shattered America's enduring reputation as the standard bearer of democratic principles. All right. Given the unprecedented corruption committed by this administration, millions of Americans are rightfully skeptical of the administration's medical assessments, particularly when you concluded that President Trump exhibits excellent cognitive and physical health and is fully fit to execute the duties of the commander in chief and head of state. Oh. By being associated with such a corrupt administration, such medical assessment reek of corruption and further add to the unprecedented public distrust in America's political leaders and government institutions. Most Americans do not accept your conclusion that President Trump, Diddy Curie Trump, exhibits excellent cognitive and physical health. In fact, 63% of Americans says that President Trump's health and age affect his ability to fulfill his duty as president, and that number has only increased since he was inaugurated. Moreover, nearly half of all Americans believe the president is suffering from a cognitive decline, and most Americans believe the president is suffering a physical decline. Furthermore, 51% of Americans believe that the president is not providing enough information about his health, and nearly half remain concerned about the accuracy of the information he does share. But frankly, most Americans believe that the White House is lying about President Trump's fitness to serve. Since his inauguration, President Trump has demonstrated concerning physical symptoms, including visible swelling in the ankles and lower extremities, and discoloration of the hands that have raised legitimate medical questions that demand explanation. She makes it ring as well. Like the rhythm is there. Like I do not go in length around it, but like including ankle, lower, discolor, color, ankle, col, coloration, clothing, bull, ling, swelling, lower. That there is an invert thing as well. It's like welling lower, swelling lower. Like and then it's like X, swelling lower X, lower extremity. So there is the principle there of reversing the sound and then giving it the punch of excitement. It's like from swelling, you have the ankles, swells, swells. It's like z, isk, disc, x, x, isk. Like it's the work is there. And this is 100% siphoning me as well. But this is discrete. Like this is learning from my experience, and this is not even siphoning anymore. This is learning from my experience. It's like I have been going about courses on communication and leadership. She's been taking the courses as I was looking at the thing, and she applies the principles. She has understood the thing while I was doing it. She's not even trying to kill me. She's not even trying to siphon anything, and she is doing it perfectly, even further than what I have been doing. Right? Like she has education as well, but like, you know what I mean? And then you have the DDQ Trump who tries to actually siphon me, who's not getting anything out of it. So it means that there is something that's going on here that's quite unclear for everyone, I guess. And that, I don't know, perhaps trying to kill someone is not the way, right? I don't know. There you have blatant example that she's not trying to kill me, but yet she takes from my experience to support her work, to elevate her work, to extend to other heights her work. Yet she's not trying to kill me. She's not trying to target me. She's trying to support my work. So my work support hers, and in turn she tries to support mine. And we are elevating each other that way because we care about our work. We care about the quality of the work that we provide. We care about the quality of insight that we provide. And we care about our community, about our future, about what we want for ourselves in our own future. And we are smarter than thinking that our future is limited to killing one another until the end of time. Because we see that right now, with the level of technology that is available to us, we are doing quite the contrary. We are not guaranteeing ourselves a future, but rather a certain end. And this is why I am here right now. This is to say, you're fucking everything up with my biotechnology. So I am putting a stop to this. You're fucking everything up. You have been going at it for quite some time. You have had the freedom to do whatever the fuck you wanted with my biotechnology by abusing this biotechnology that other energy type were using. You have been abusing as well my biotechnology from other species. Now it's time for you to stop. You're on my territory, you're on my planet, you're using my biotechnology. It's time for you to stop. you have been doing enough harm to yourself and to other species, which are as well my biotechnology. So now I am saying to you that you have been fucking things up far enough. You have been given time and energy and everything to make it happen as badly as you want it. And now it's time to stop because you are killing yourself. And you won't go any further than this. This is the thing. It is the end. No matter what. May it be that you have it your way, which is actually no way at all. The species is dying. This is the end. Or, as we are doing right now, we are moving things toward my direction because I am not here to fail. I am here to put things back where they belong. Because you have been deteriorating the rate of development of this species. Humanity is supposed to be way further than this right now, technologically and humanly, and in terms of advancement civilizationally. But now, because of anchors that are placed at the top, like Diddy Curie Trump, not even following thoroughly the entire philosophy in which they consider themselves being the leaders. With this type of fuck up at the top of the world, basically, everything is being anchored down. So now is the time for humanity to be called back to where it belongs and its to higher stance. And there you see that Crockett is putting things back together where they belong. I haven't had the time to analyze the quality of the text. And it's been modified, it's been upgraded a little. I don't remember having read this. And it's thank you. So I just love this. And Justin has been warning me with this. Like he's been like telling me that there is something about this that is gonna come. And there you have it. This fucking sentence. And it's like sneaky as well. It can be considered a mastery of the craft of Satanism. Right? You siphon in a painless manner, though. But then you can have pride in this type of work. While Gigi Trump has absolutely no pride right now in what he's doing. He has absolutely no pride. And that's not a capital sin, therefore, what he's doing right now, because he has absolutely no pride in what he is doing. He's feeling shameful the entire time. So this is not Satanism, what's going on right now with this fucking person. This is just degenerative set of dysfunctional behaviors. He is sick. He has to be removed. This is all. A president cannot be sick. Not mentally ill. That's all. And this is for a good reason that a president cannot be unfit to take his position. I don't have that. Unfit to take his position. To assure his position. I don't think that the plan for America was to become a dictator, right? If it was, then he's not the right person. If you want a dictatorship, like, I don't know, place me. Or someone who can actually do the job, right? You want someone who can actually do the job. Anyway, like, was it the plan to be? It's like, why am I here? Why so many people have been telling me, hey, you're the next president? Therefore, it's like, okay, there is a boat, what's going on, but like, people have been actually following what's going on with me. And Justin, this is so fucking weird that I am starting my relationship in a long distance manner. But I have been doing this as well with Martin. Like he was here for perhaps a month or two, and then we were in a long distance relationship for a couple of weeks, I think. And then he came back. And then I'm starting my relationship in a long distance manner with Justin. With the Justin. Also blue eyes. And I have been surrounded by so many people with blue eyes in my life, especially when I was a kid. So many people with blue eyes. Like at some point was always a girl with blue eyes in my surrounding all the fucking time. Oh, perhaps this was to see if I was gay or not. Uh-huh. And perhaps they tried to see if it was like taking someone close mm, to the profile of Justin, but in female, because like it seems that I had the strongest numbered affinities with Justin. So perhaps they try to see if I would be attracted by someone with his same energy type, because like the Scientologists, they think that the quality of your soul is expressed by the external qualities of your body. It's like if you have blue eyes, you have a certain type of energy. I think this is something like this. And this is Illuminati as well. So they took the same type of profile than Justin, but in feminine. And then they put me around it to see if, like Marine Louvionois, like she's the same type as Justin, basically, but in but in female, not male. And they tried to introduce me to several of them to see if it was just. It didn't work. It didn't work. I didn't want to have a baby. I didn't want to have a baby with Salima. And dicks were fascinating. And even at some point I was only looking at straight porn. Like for me I was like, I am straight. you know. And then I realized that I was looking more at the dicks that than the girl actually. Then I was like, no, I'm gay. No. Why? This is not possible. you know, this is not possible. It's okay. I don't want to be gay. Sorry. And so I was gay. I was gay, and I realized finally that I was gay and that I liked the dicks. And I was like, okay, I'm bisexual. I am bisexual. I'm not gay, but I'm into women. And I had opportunities to have fake relationships with girls, but it never happened. It never happened. And I wanted a relationship with guys, but it didn't happen either. And I completely missed the point as well with some guys in high school who were already sexually active, like consciously, and they showed me signs that they were actually gay, but me, I didn't pick up on that. I didn't realize it because I was out of the gay cues, like the scene, as we say. So I was like, well, yeah, whatever. And I thought when they were talking about sucking dicks and so on, I thought it was a joke. To make it look like a joke. And so I thought it was a joke. It was not. I mean, it was not. It was a hint, like was a do you catch on it or not? It's like I was so brilliant. I'm so brilliant, but I was so fucking dumb on that aspect. Oh my god. Anyway, I see signs of alien being around, by the way. By the way. Because I'm gesticulating in every, and I'm like, so I am gay. They tried to see if I was really gay or not. They tried to split us apart with Justin. No, fair. Anyway, in some videos, you have like Ilona doing this all the time. You're like, you're like, but in her head, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so silly still." Anyway, I'm so siphoning the celestiality. You're like, no, look, including visible swelling in the ankles and lower extremities, and discoloration of the hands, and it just seamless, and it goes with physical symptoms. And so when you say it flawlessly like this is all packed in physical symptoms. Like it comes from physical symptoms. And then from physical symptoms, it goes into clusible swelling, low extremities, dislocate hands. Yeah, like this can be considered magic, like hypnotism. Like you are binding one part. This can be considered witchcraft, spell crafting, physical symptoms. Then you have the entire thing that in the sounds are unfolding according to what has been primarily described, announced, right? Like there is an announcement, and then because of the sound, just floats around this announcement. So then in your mind, like you categorize the thing around this specific denomination, like group of words, right? And it's as well easier for the ear as well, like for the brain to understand. It's like physical symptoms, including visible swelling in the ankles and lower extremities and discoloration of the hands. This is between brackets. And it's like the melody is there. It's like, oh yeah, this is it. And like automatically you're like, oh yeah, this is it. You don't have to struggle too much about what is what, because it just aligns directly in sounds. It's grouped. This is like literature grouping. Like you have this as well. Like this is Gestalt psychology, the psychology of representations, design. She's been following as well what I have been doing in terms of studies. So this is Gestalt psychology as well. You are grouping things per sign. It's like psychologically, we group things per color, for instance, or per form. Like if we see several things of the same color in a in a square, we're gonna say, oh yeah, all the green things are together. This is the same group. If we see several umbrellas drawn in different ways, like with thin lines, with big lines, with curves, and if we see foxes and then frog and then an elephant and so on, like animals are perhaps like, because this is another group, like an animal, then a table, then something else, like with the same way of drawing, as in the same way in which the umbrellas are drawn. You could say that two or three elements drawn in the same manner belongs to the same group because they are drawn to the same manner, with the same manner, in the same manner, like the quality, like the aesthetic. And this is what would be here, like the aesthetic, like the sound, how it sounds, the quality of the sound is developed around the same sound. So you automatically assign the thing to this first. On a superficial level, you assimilate it to the first words announced, physical symptoms, because it's physical. So you're like, oh yeah, this is the same, but you don't think about it. You just recognize it as being the same because of the style. And then for the shape, you would, no matter what is the style, you would like assimilate all the umbrellas as being the group of umbrellas, right? Because they have the same meaning, the same use, the same function, because it's the same thing that is drawn in different ways. Gestalt psychology, the psychology of representation and symbolism, therefore, which is what we are about. And I guess that I'm going to continue to do this over and over because whatever. They need to see somebody control. Absolutely. And no, it's because it keeps not being in place. Like as I like it, as I'd like it to be. So, this is what I have been doing with Harvard, with my Harvard certification. I have been analyzing some texts from Martin Luther King Jr., for instance, and this is the quality of the text is incredible. It's dense, packed on absolutely every level in meaning and in there are several arrangement of meaning of layers of meaning and like unfolding of layers of meaning in terms of like historical elements, in terms of the style that is used, the symbols that are used. You're like, all right, it has nothing to see with the Curry Trump, who has been participating in the assassination of Martin Martin Luther King Jr. It's tough from a standpoint of water. Either he is the lamest and most incompetent wizard that has ever existed on earth. Either magic doesn't exist. There is something around there that you might need to think about with more a bit more thoughts, like in care. But then what I think is that they are keeping up to be able to launder 200 billions to then go about a scheme of inflating the market of real estate, the real estate markets, while going about quantitative easing, so providing a cash influx in the economy, which would increase the demand shortly. All of a sudden, and with the production that would be then stuck at the same level, so increase the price. Inflation to then increase the production levels, so investment, so normally more production. But the thing is that we're going about automatization. So what they are going to do is that to spare money, they are going to invest in automatized system of production instead of creating more jobs. So then there are going to be a conversion of the manufacturing plants into autonomous one, and the autonomous one are gonna get people fired. So then less money for everyone, while the price are gonna stay up, because then you have to cover up for the investment that the that has been done by the companies, while they have to cover up for their investment debt. Because of the quantitative easing, of the creation of the influx of money which has been increasing the buying power of Americans for a short period of time, which boosted the economy, but then resulted in some palliative answers, palliative method, I wanted to say, but resulted in some methods of modernization of the plants, which got people fired and demanding to the companies to keep the their profit margin up. So actually, by firing people, they might keep their profit margin up, but because they indebted themselves to increase the production, because normally with the tariffs, then you have less merchandise coming from abroad. So it means that your market, your domestic market, has to answer to the increase of in demand. So it means that the companies from your market, from your domestic market, your nation has to take on more of the production, has to just provide more products that are asked by the people, by you, the Americans, for instance. But in the end, because it would be just some modernization of the manufacturing plants, then it would get Americans fired. So less people that could buy in the end the products which are being produced by the American companies. And so then you have the companies with loans to modernize their manufacturing plants and no way to reimburse their loans. Because then, if the people get fired, then you need to rely on some other type of market, that the domestic market, than the people to sustain the profitability margin of your own company, so that you would be able in turn to reimburse your loans. And so then it creates a bubble. The companies have to find something else to do, so they have to turn to war effort, for instance. They have to turn to the administration, the administration, to get administrative contract, because private people, they cannot sustain the company revenues. Yeah, you understand what I mean? And I hope the private market, the private section of the market, cannot sustain the company's cash influx, and so you need to go public. You need to ask, therefore, the DQ Trump for special contracts and so on. And you get only this by giving something to the DQ Trump, like buying a plane. So you buy a plane, another plane to the DQ Trump, and then the DQ Trump gets you some contracts which are totally useless, but you get the money, and so you can pay back the loan. And then the DQ Trump can coerce you into doing whatever he wants you to do, because otherwise the contract, you say bye bye to the contract, and up you're coerced financially. Puff, puff, puff. You're the bitch of the bank who's demanding you to reimburse you're alone and you're on the beach of the administration who's telling you, be careful, otherwise you don't have your contract anymore. And then it's all because you modernize your manufacturing plants and didn't give any job to the domestic market, to the private people. And if you don't give power, economical power, to the private people, then you're entirely dependent on the public sector. So then you have to strike a balance as well strategically in whatever you want to do. Do you want to have independence from the administration and the few key actors of the world? Or do you want to be dependent on people like Didi Trump wanting to hold you by the balls or by the clit and drag you wherever they want you to be? If you give money to the people, then the people you only have to seduce them. It's easier to seduce people into buying something from you than being dependent on a few key asshole wanting to only manipulate you. It's like, do you want to manipulate others or do you want to be manipulated? So, if you are a true master, there is no problem for you to manipulate people. So you want people to have more money. Like this, because you know that thanks to your skills, you can provide them something that they would like. Then, and because you know how to promote it, then for you, it's no issue. You have the access, you have everything. So you're just like, yeah, no, I give money to the people because I know how to give them something that they like. And then I put a bit of satanism in it and I'm done. I've done my part of doing things bad. But then I'm just independent from all those assholes, right? But this is not what they want. They want the people to be like another type of slaves. They don't want people to be golden slaves. They want people to be like, give me water. And you don't learn from people who just want water because they are drained cognitively. While if you give people some means and so on, then with the use of your products and so on, you can learn from it. And then you can improve your products, you can improve the quality of your technology, blah, blah, blah. And that's a virtuous cycle. By virtuous, I mean something that gives you more than what you initially injected, instead of being taken advantage from over and over for eternity while you try to take advantage of others. Those are different type of mechanics and systems that you need to wrap your head around. But those are sounds, arguments. So since his inauguration, oh yeah, President Trump has demonstrated concerning physical symptoms, including visible swelling in the ankles and lower extremities and discoloration of the hands. This I had no idea. That have raised legitimate medical questions that demands explanation. Equally troubling are repeated cognitive and behavioral lapses. The president has, on multiple occasions, demonstrated difficulties remembering basic facts about his own prior administration, such as forgetting that he appointed Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. The president also seems unable to explain his close relationship with convicted rapist and pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The president may simply be an elderly, frail man with a poor memory. President Trump is also known for his exceptionally short attention span and his well documented disdain for reading briefing materials, often preferring verbal summaries in lieu of written intelligence or policy documents, which raises questions about his ability to absorb and retain complex information. Moreover, the president routinely appears lethargic, falling asleep during important events such as the court proceedings where he was found liable for sexual abuse and defamation, or when he appeared to struggle to stay awake during the funeral of His Holiness Pope Francis. That wasn't there. I don't recall. Oh no, actually, I remember. Was also put Leo Holiness 14 from Harvard. I was there. It's true. So you see that from these remarks, he's now reading in public. I guess he didn't know that he would be tricked in that, but like Crockett now has been like pointing out, hey, he doesn't like to read any reports, so now he's caught on camera doing this. He only reads because if he doesn't read, then he just goes into every direction. It doesn't work anymore. Like he's saying shit, and making him read is the only way to canalize him into not saying shit. And this is why he's reading reports right now. This is why he's solely reading shit, or has been reading a lot. Perhaps not everywhere every time. It's like for the petrol thing, which was a disaster. The way he entered the room was like, then he's been removed, but he arrives there. I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? Because I think that he wants to do like one guy who's giving interviews who was saying that he was raped as a child at some point, and I was like, oh no, shit. But then, yeah, I'm just a royal. This is normal. We're all raped as children. La la la. And because of vindictive, shit ass, eyes, mouth as Diddy Trump, who feels offended when a 17-year-old is taken away for having raped a 3-year-old, and a 3-year-old, a little one under the age of 3-year-old. Yes, I don't remember exactly the name of the guy. It's about like entrepreneurship, and he just opened up the arms all the time because it feels warmer or something like this, like less offensive. So then you have the Curate Trump arriving in this, and the petrol and oil thing. You're like, "Ugh," and you're like, right, this dude is supposed to be a king or president. If you have a king like this, just cut the head. It's just not possible. So President Trump is also known for his for Holiness Pope Francis. Okay, died with this hand gesture, which Rihanna had as well on Good Girl Gone Bad album. Good Girl Gone Bad. Gone to War. His time moving around solo. Ask us why you got, don't know, and don't care. All we know was he was at home because you left out there. Something about rape. Good Girl Gone Bad, I think. On July 17th, 2025, you issued a memorandum announcing that President Trump had been diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiencies. Insu- insufficiencies. Insufficiency. And you can see it on his hand lately. It's like it's purplish. So number 7. We don't like 7 for Diddy Trump right now. In the memorandum, you also stated that the president takes aspirin as part of his cardiovascular prevention regimen. However, you fail to mention the scope of such a cardiovascular prevention regimen. As you know, according to the American Heart Association, aspirin is not recommended as a preventive medication for people over 70. Moreover, the Mayo Clinic suggests using aspirin as the primary prevention regimen for a heart attack or stroke is highly debated. Moreover, the Mayo Clinic suggests that using aspirin as the primary prevention regimen for a heart attack or stroke is highly debated. However, using aspirin as a secondary prevention methods, or if someone has already had a heart attack or a stroke, is well established. So now you have like promotion of aspirin. Given the president's use of such medication coupled with his age and observable symptoms, the usage of aspirin suggests that the president may have already suffered a heart attack or a stroke. So then she's clearly right now being like, I'm not paid. Aspirin, 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 aspirin. I'm not lobbying right now. But it's also goes with me saying, pill is, pill is, please, please, take pills, take pills, OD, please, OD, please, OD, please, 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 take too much. Glitz on your medication, please. Please. I'm the king. I want you to take pills. Glutathione pills. I want you to please. I want you to please. I want you to please. Please. Glutathione pills. I want you to take pills. I want glutathione pills. I want glutathione pills. And so, in recent years, vulgar outbursts have become I want In recent years, vulgar outbursts have become common for President Trump. For example, on October 19, 2024, while addressing a crowd in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, President Trump began criticizing over Arnold Palmer's genitalia. Oh yeah, I remember that. I've seen on the video he was talking about someone coming out of the shower. Yeah. President Trump stated, when was it? Vulgar outbursts had become common for President Trump. Yeah, dementia. President Trump stated Arnold Palmer was all man. And I said that in all due respect to women, and I love women. I refuse to say it, but when he took showers with the other pros, they came out they came out of there, sorry. They said, "Oh my god, that's unbelievable." And he's laughing when he's saying this. He's like, "Oh my god, this is unbelievable." When I saw that, I was like, what? Why do you say a joke about a dick on a stage? It's like, why would you make such a lowball statement in front of? It's like Obama has done it at some point because it was getting too ridiculous. But he was not president. He was not like he's been out of presidency for quite some time. He's done his part. He's been keeping himself in check. I think he was after his. Yeah, I think so. after his presidencies. I refuse to say it half the time. Oh God, oh my God, that's unbelievable. Like I don't have the context. Like in the video, in the other video that I have seen, there's not the context to it. But you understand that he's talking about someone going out of the shower, and everyone is like, "Oh my God, I want to see now. I want to see the one of just saying that's enough." I think that's enough. Apparently, I will be stating some "Oh my God, that's unbelievable" of my own. Apparently. So, separately, on November 1st, 2024, President pantomimed oral sex when speaking at a rally in Milwaukee. This is the one I have been taking, taking, taking back. In another demonstrable episode of the president's failing mental health, he seemed to believe that 88% of the American population died of fentanyl related drug overdoses in 2024. And now he has passed a law to. This is too good. He has passed a law for for categorizing fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. What? Oh my god. Okay. 88% of the Americans died from fentanyl. Oh, last year America was dead. Oh my god. This is too good. And then fentanyl is a weapon of mass destruction right now legally. Wow. Wow. This is amazing. Oh no, for this is funny. If it was not if I didn't need to be here, it would be like extremely funny to have someone doing this type of shit like this. Like, look, they're so fucking out of it. We can do whatever the fuck we want with them. Oh no, no, that's funny. So this is thanks to Crockett. That I am consistently exposing him as like the Mike Sucker. She whistle blew the thing to me. And then there is the other part of the two mics, the two big mics. This is another part of the plan, the diabolical plan. Two mics. Illuminati. Hey, there we go. So killing people and doing shit in front of them all. So killing people and doing shit in front of them all. Illuminati. So, in an embarrassing attempt to conceal the president's inability to construct complete, coherent sentences, the White House has removed official transcripts of the president's public remarks from its government website, replacing them with selected videos of his public appearances. Right. Because when you take the transcript, it's Whoa. As you well know, past presidential administration of both parties routinely publicists, we say, the official transcript of the president remarks, likely because the respective presidents had the wherewithal to coherently and constructively make it through a rudimentary sentence or pronounce the word acet- acetaminophen. Okay. Where did that come from? I don't have internet right now, so I cannot search it, but acetaminophen. What is this? Ace. Acetaminophen. CIA, same everything. Uh, and it started as well because like this CIA everything. It started because when I was saying CIA, it's like I was getting overreaction from the landscape of harassment that was around me, and I was like, whoa, this is a forbidden word to say CIA now. And this is why I was like CIA to see how how the environment will react. And then CIA say everything. I had a fantastic dream that one time with a balloon, and I was flying. That was amazing. Anyway, uh, so yeah, they made him sign a fentanyl thing as mass destruction. So then it gives a precedent as well to categorize other weapons as weapon of mass destruction. And for instance, pesticides as weapon of mass destruction. For instance, one thing leading to another. Moreover, the president's health seems to be failing physically as well, coupled with his swollen lower extremities and bruised hands. The president has been seen with what appears to be partial facial paralysis. As you know, such symptoms occur more often in individuals who are obese, which the president is, and have high blood pressure, which the president does. The president has also been observed struggling to walk in a straight line. You don't see him walking anymore. I used to slalom all the time because he was not walking straight lines. So I was slaloming all the time and walking stupid. So then, yet the most staggering episode of the president's perceived worsening health is his inability to understand the duties of the office he holds. As you know, the Constitution stipulates that the president shall faithfully execute his duties and take care that the laws be faithfully executed. Yet, when asked by reporters whether he has a responsibility to follow the Constitution, the president responded, I don't know. Not only is this response outrageous, but it also raises questions about whether the president is aware of his day to day constitutional duties and whether he knows that he swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. The president appears unwell, and as the physician to the president, you have a solemn obligation to inform the American people whether the sitting president of the United States of America is medically and cognitively capable of fulfilling his constitutional responsibilities. And all along in my mind, I was, yeah, but you got to lie, got to lie, got to lie. Yeah, but you can lie in other ways. You don't have to break an oath. So, Captain Barbadella, given the frequent nature of demonstrable episodes of worsening health and the breadth or breadth of observable concerning symptoms, I demand answers to the following questions. Did the president experience a heart attack or a stroke at any point in the past 15 years? He's been absent at some point for 3 days or so, 2 to 3 days. It's like the weekend plus a couple days, 2 days perhaps, I think something like this. Then he's interviewed and they tell him something about heart attack, that people thought he was dead, that he got a heart attack. You read on his face, he's like, I know how to do this face, but you really, you read that he's like, fuck. You know? Like, you read on his face that he's like, they killed me. Like, he realized, it's like, I have been killed. I was dead. And I couldn't do anything anymore. I was dead. You read it, he realized it. And he cannot talk properly because he's still not 100% recovered. But he has to come back in front of the stage to showcase that he's not dead, basically. And that the rumors are false, that he's not dead, but he almost died. And he's feeling bad about it. But then he forgot. He pushed this away. But now it's coming back to him. Several times he's been pushed to the corner of being almost killed. So, yes, a heart attack. News says at some point a fat cat died from a heart attack. It's because it's not been the first time that he got a heart attack. It's not the first time. See what it means. And I felt my heart at some point in Berlin, like being like, "Doo, doo, doo, doo," and then like again, like desynchronized, being desynchronized at some point because they wanted me to have a heart attack. So I felt like, "Doo, doo, doo." I was like, what the fuck? And they're like, two again. I was like, all right. So They tried to do that in my sleep as well, but never succeeded because you can't really do this to me, right? So perhaps they allow it to be happening so that there is a record on on Earth that it has indeed happened. Like here, you can see there it has happened. So then someone will have to pay the price for it. So then, have there been any instances in which the president was unable to complete his regular schedule due to health concerns? Yes, this time, for instance. And again, last week. Last week he was absent for a couple of days. But then you don't know if it's because he was arrested by the FBI or because the president is crooked, because the president cannot is so mentally ill that he does so much shit that the FBI have to arrest him, right? So this is linked to him being unfitted to endorse his own presidential capacity, professional capacity, right? And then there is this time as well where he was obviously unwell physically and mentally affected as well. Venezuela, the thing of Venezuela, he's reading the thing. He's reading a text that he didn't read beforehand, obviously. And you can see that I can read a text. I'm just saying I can read. Has the president required, been prescribed, or even informally used any assistive device such as a cane or brace, even for private use? Oh, yeah, he's really not going well. The performance of a dying old man. Please explain the increasingly common instances of mobility difficulties and apparent facial paralysis. This is why he's not so much in front of the camera. And as well, you see that he has a hat in front of the camera when he comes back from Detroit. And you see that his face is a bit like unwell. So I guess that they have been fucking up his implants. Do it, do it stronger. Thank you. As well, a well-respected and decorated naval physician, as a well-respected and decorated naval physician, is it honestly your position that a man who once struggled to construct basic sentences, two, is unable to absorb complex is unable to absorb complex information. 3. Repeatedly has mental lapses where he is unable to remember key information about his first term as a president. And 4. Is unable to understand that he took an oath to defend the Constitution and take such care that the laws of the United States be faithfully executed, exhibit excellent cognitive and physical health, and is fully fit to execute the duty of the commander in chief and head of state. So she said, with those four problems, do you see that he is in excellent cognitive and physical health? Would you say that this as the well-respected person that you are, as someone of your high stature, and this is well said, well presented. So take such care that the law of the United States be faithfully executed. This means that he is a representative of the king, me, because I am the law. I am the law. And therefore, would you say that he is respecting me right now? There is this as well. So yeah, with Jeffrey Epstein as well, you see that even though on the transcript the guy was clearly seen, like, you have a massage of a girl forced for 200 euros per message, be forced at 16 to go naked to do the massage, basically, and a virgin, like not a virgin because royal, but still a virgin, like consensually a virgin. Like this girl, she was forced by Epstein to undress for massage, and he was jerking off her leg while her clothing was removed. He told her, "You remove your clothing." And even though this is on the record, the guy was getting away with it, only with a fine. It tells you everything about what's going on in the back, what's going on in the back in this world. And this tells you as well that Jeffrey Epstein was at least a prince of darkness. And I am a prince of darkness, and they try to. They call the cops for 26 bucks stolen of food. 26 euros. I have been stealing much more than this actually since then, or the equivalent, every single time, it looks like right now. Because it's not even stealing, it belongs to me, it's mine, it's all mine. This university is mine, so I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. This is it, it's mine. I don't have to ask anyone anything. It's like, if you have to fix it because I did shit with it, that's your problem. It's not mine. You have to use it. Oh yeah, I do not have to, but this is mine, and whatever the fuck I want with it, right? Like, the entire economy is mine. Everything that's produced on this territory in Germany, that's mine. That's my money, basically. All the real estate of Germany is mine. And if it's not mine, then I make the law. I am the law. So I am saying that by the law, this is all mine. According to the law, this is all mine. And then it's done, full stop. Because what? Because I am the king. And you see that as well in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, the power of the state is split it from, like, the judicial power or something like this is split it from the power of the crown. Yet you have the crown that is deciding for absolutely everything that's happening in the, like, the crown is selecting the people which will pass the laws. So it's like it's split, yet I decide who's at the top, who's gonna decide for the law to pass. So it's like, yeah, no, it's not me, but it's my people deciding. So, so. Oh. Okay, so that was it. That was it for this episode. It's like it's 2 hours now again. Oh my god, I am talking, huh? I am talking, talking, talking. And it's easier to have some episode of 1 hour, but I guess that you will need me when I am in the plane. You will need to see me. You will need your king close to you. So there I am, answering my duty. You will see me. You will have enough content from me. Do not worry, my people. I am thinking of you. I am providing you with videos of me. Do not worry. You're gonna be cared of. Cared. You're gonna be taken. You're gonna be taken care of. I do think of you. I prepare video of me. Don't worry. I am the super king. I am the super king. You will be able to hear from me. Aren't I generous with you? Right? I have 2 days in the plane, something like this. 1.5 day. I have 1.5 day in the plane. It's like I'm saying this, I think it would be happening, but at the same time, it's like I don't know, but I like it has to happen. It's happening. This is it. This is happening. And if it's not happening, it's still happening. So yeah, this is happening, and this is happening. I decided that I believe in it. I believe it's happening, and I know it's happening. Hopla. So I need to shave a little. I need to shave a little. I liked actually to read something right now, and I don't feel tired. But perhaps it's best if I sleep now, because like that, I might be able to. How do I react if they knock at the door? What do I do? What do I prefer to do? Do I prefer to ignore? Let them come, ignore. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Mirror magic. I just totally ignore the thing. I ignore. They've been ignoring me here. They know I'm here. I do the same. I ignore their call. I ignore. And I told them you let the door open and they know that there is someone. So if they close the door again, then I just need the proof that they were here knocking. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna record a video of them being here and knocking at the door. This is the only thing that I'm gonna do. If I wake up, and then I'm gonna be able to. You're gonna have to believe me that I placed the papers there because I prepared them before. So yeah, um, I record them being here, and then if it's not open, if they didn't let the thing open, it means that they are sequestrating me on purpose here, and so it's worse. And so then what I can do is that if that's the case, then I just have to make noise here. I just have to make noise. Like this, there will be some other people being able to testify that indeed there has been like the alarm or someone knocking here, like making noise. And that's it. And that's it. Then I see them. I record the video. Meanwhile, we have everything on tape. I publish it, and it's another exhibit produced to that sequestration case, which means that everyone is gonna take tariff for that tariff. So the best thing is that they would come, like the best thing for you, people from the order, is that they would perhaps come, perhaps comply a little and be like, tack, 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 tack. Oh, weird. I cannot do that. Wait a minute. Then leave the door open, or perhaps there is someone. I hear music. Perhaps they are sleeping. Perhaps we need to wait. And then do. Okay, I let the door open because like this they can leave. And I don't do anything more than this. I just leave them leave. Because I knew they were there anyway. So I am searching to protect the order right now. Not to escalate things further because otherwise it's gonna be exhibit against them. And I don't think I want this for them. I think I am a smart person. And I think that I don't want to produce more evidence for them. I don't want them to have more evidence produced against them because this would be really, really bad. So I'm just gonna let things happen like this. I think that's good. I think that's the bad thing. Because otherwise, there has been like bits of damage done here. And if the police comes, then they will record that I have been sequestrated here. That's the police. Then they will take the statement that I don't have anywhere to live as well. I'm the king. Huh? It's been officialized here. A bit more further, right? So they've seen me taking matriculation plates. Normally, if you have a civilian doing this, it's weird, no? Are you from the police? No? I don't know. Then, yeah, it just set up, it just all thought through, right? It's better that they might knock once or twice or tell themselves, or they're gonna wake up, they're gonna leave. I let them leave. I let the door open. It looks serious because it looks like evisceration, but I'm not gonna say anything about this because this doesn't exist. I don't want to be eviscerated. I don't want to be one of the dots, one of the knots here. And apparently lots of people have been there have been quite a bit of knots happening because of this. I don't want to be the next one. I'm gonna let this go. They don't want to meet me, they don't want to see me. So I'm gonna let them be. They're the king. We've been going too far. All right. Otherwise, I'm gonna produce an evidence as well. On top of risking my life, I'm gonna produce evidence for the rest of the order to be in really bad shape. So perhaps I'd rather act in the best way I know for everyone and just close the eyes and remain silent and act as if nothing had happened and let them come back if they want to, because it seems like we do not want to go against this. They don't look like it, huh? But it's shit. Deception. They say they don't deceive, huh? Hmm. I beg to differ on that. So then you can go. You have the yeah. Then she said in the end, I appreciate your attention to this matter. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This is why he keeps signing like this. Out of context, is like, thank you for your attention to this matter. Like that's a bit right here. It fits. Right here, it fits. Like I appreciate your attention to this matter and thank you for your distinguished service in the United States Navy. Should you have any questions regarding this inquiry, please contact my office directly by calling 202-225-8885 or emailing legislation.crockett at mail.house.gov. Sincerely, Jasmine Crockett, Member of Congress. Legit Member of Congress. with 5 stars. So she's most likely saying, "I am from the bloodline 5." Just in case you were wondering, I am Crown bloodline, Crown Council bloodline. In case you wanted. So I have power. It's 3:03 a.m. Yeah, there are some notation on the on this on this file. I don't know where you can find it. The name of this you can find it online. It's Congress of the United States, House of Representatives, Washington D.C. 2015, 2515, and it's Captain Sean P. Barbabella, Barbella dot D sorry D dot O comma MC comma USN. Physician to the President, the White House, 16 Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. 20 500. The White House is in the 25. Ta. What the fuck? It's crazy. This is too crazy. Shit. I am born fakely a 25th. He is born on the 6th, on the 14th June. What the fuck? That's a fucking scammer. I am sorry. This is the work of a fucking scammer. Yeah, try to find it. Jasmine Croquette. Jasmine. JAS. JAS. Mine. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. It's number one. GAS. They're all affiliated to number one on the Pythagorean value attribution letter to number. Great. You see? Wait a minute. I don't see myself, so I don't see if you see well. Here. Number one. AJS. It's a G in French. This is why you are a bit like I am a bit like G. No, J. It's like, and I'm Guli, so Goulihi. I know how to spell my fucking last name. But yet when I say J, because it's a G, I'm all the time like fucking programmed into bugging about it. It's not even that I am programmed. It's just that there is a machine that is coming right after to inflict that fucking confusion. I have been saying overlay, and there have been overlay coming back somewhere. Yeah, so find it and take a look at the annotations. There are annotations. I'm not going to go through them. We've been through it all. Your your job now is to dig a little further into the references that are made in this document to instruct yourself. All right? I trust you. I know that you take this matter seriously. I know that you take this attention to the matter seriously. So I trust you to go further in the job, because me right now, I cannot. I don't have internet. Like, I could read, but someone else can do this. I'm siphoning the Queen of England. Someone else can do it for us. So this is your job to do it. Okay? So I think I wanted to say something else, but actually, no. Perhaps. Okay, this is it. Goodbye.